So do you also wish to generate meeting agendas automatically using an AI? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to use AI agents to automate meeting preparation. So I often need to manage all the meeting agendas for my business, and now I've planned to automate the entire process by simply adding the new details in my Google Sheets, and then I want that using that details, OpenAI should generate the content for my meeting agenda, and then it should create a document for the same, and after creating a document, automatically that document should be uploaded in my Google Drive under a specific folder. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Sheets with OpenAI, Google Docs and Google Drive using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automate your meeting preparation using AI agents. This will help you save time, stay organized, and ensure you are always ready with the right information for your meetings. Okay, so as you all know that I often find myself spending a lot of time gathering information, preparing agendas and organizing notes. This can be overwhelming, especially when managing multiple clients or projects. So by using AI agents to automate my meeting preparation, I can save a significant amount of time. For example, the AI can automatically compile relevant documents, summarize past conversations, and even draft a structured agenda. This ensures I'm always well prepared, focused, and ready to provide value during my meetings without last-minute stress. It's a game changer for improving productivity and ensuring no important details are missed. Okay, so here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Google Sheets with my OpenAI account and my Google Docs and Google Drive, where my objective was that whenever I'm going to add a new meeting details over here in my Google Sheets, then automatically using all the details provided, OpenAI should generate a meeting agenda for the same, and after generating the content, it should be uploaded as a new PDF in my Google Drive under a specific folder named as Meetings Agenda, so that I can access that PDF easily. Okay, so now firstly here in this video, we are going to see the working of this automation by simply adding a new data in our Google Sheets and check whether the new meeting agenda is uploaded in our Google Drive under that specific folder or not. Okay, so now here to see the working of this automation, what we are going to do is that we are going to add a new detail over here. So here you can see I have successfully added a new meeting details over here with the meeting title, meeting objective. Here you can see the participants, key topics to cover, and the meeting duration. So as soon as I've entered the detail, then automatically it has sent the details to OpenAI, and OpenAI has generated the content, and automatically it has created a PDF for the same and has been uploaded in my Google Drive folder. Okay, so now let's go and check my Google Drive folder, and here you can see we have successfully received a PDF over here with the same meeting title, and here you can see the entire meeting agenda that OpenAI has generated for us. Okay, so with this we have successfully seen the working of this automation. Now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by simply connecting your Google Sheets with your OpenAI, Google Docs and Google Drive using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Okay, so here on my screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage, and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect/China/ in your browsers. And here you can see two options, that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as use AI agents to automate meeting preparation. And now here after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. accordingly. So now here in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. So now here in my workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen, you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this, that means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin that automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets, as I'm adding new meeting details in Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet program that allows you to create, edit and share spreadsheets online. So in my Google Sheets trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. So that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets row, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Okay, so now after selecting my trigger event, you can see I have received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account. So this is the Google Sheet that I've created with the name meetings, and now here I'm going to connect this Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now here, in order to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, what you need to do is that you need to install an add-on in your account. So for that you have to click on this extensions, and from here you have to click on this add-ons, and now here under this add-ons you have to click on this get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for an add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. And then you have to install this add-on in your Google Sheets account. So here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So moving back, and once you're going to install this add-on, you have to follow the same steps. Okay, so now you have to installing the add-on, you have to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. Okay, so now you have to refreshing the Google Sheets. Let's click on this extensions again, and then you'll be able to see your option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. So from here you have to click on this initial setup. And here in the initial setup, you can see it is asking me for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for the webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. And then here it is asking me for the trigger column. So it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So now here to get the trigger column, let me take you back to my Google Sheets. And here you can see my final data column is column E. So here for the trigger column, I need to enter my trigger column as column E. So let's move back to initial setup, and here I'm going to enter my trigger column as column E, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets. So now here to test this webhook URL, what I need to do is that I need to enter a new meeting detail over here first. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a new meeting details over here. So here you can see we have successfully added a new detail over here where we have added the meeting title, meeting objective, participants, key topics to cover, and the meeting duration. That means we have successfully added all the meeting details. So now let's go back to this extensions, and let's go back to initial setup. Okay, so now from here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on the send test so that I can receive a test response. That means the first row details of my Google Sheet on this webhook URL. So I'm going to click on the send test. And here you can see it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent a response to our Pabbly's workflow. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the trigger column, spreadsheet name, ID, sheet name, row index, participants, meeting title, objective, duration, and key topics to cover. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So now after receiving a successful response, let me take you back to my Google Sheets. And here you have to perform another very important step to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect successfully. So for that, you need to click on this extensions again, and from here you have to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here under Pabbly Connect Webhooks you have to turn on this send on event. So by turning it on, whenever you're going to receive more details in your Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Okay, so here we have successfully turned it on. So now let's go and check it, and here you can see it has successfully turned it on. Okay, so now let's move back to Pabbly's workflow, and now after adding the new details in our Google Sheets, what I want is that I want to use an AI agent, that is OpenAI, to generate a meeting agenda using these meeting details. So for that, I need to connect OpenAI with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. So OpenAI is a company that develops advanced AI tools and models like ChatGPT. People use OpenAI to create content, write code, answer questions, and even generate creative ideas. So here in my OpenAI action step, I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT because I want to use this AI model to generate the meeting agenda for my meetings. Okay, so now here to connect the OpenAI with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection is asking me to enter the token. So following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my OpenAI account, and here you can see in my OpenAI account I'm at the API keys window of my OpenAI account. So I've accessed this window from the left side bar over here, and here under API keys you can see all the existing keys over here. So I'm going to generate a new secret key, and here I'm going to give a name to my key, that is meeting agendas. And then here for the project, I'm going to select default project, and then I'm going to create a secret key. So this is the API key, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the API token. Now here after successfully entering the token, I'm going to click on the save given over here, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the AI model. So by clicking on this drop down menu, you can see all the AI models available. So here I'm going to select a particular model, that is GPT-4 over here, because I want to use this AI model to generate the content, and then here it is asking me to enter the prompt. So I'm going to give a prompt to OpenAI to generate a meeting agenda for my meetings. So I'm going to enter a prompt. So here you can see I've successfully added a prompt where I've added the meeting title, objective, participants, key topics to cover, and the meeting duration. So here you can see I've used variables in the place of their values because I'm going to replace the variables with their values over here. So now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever we are going to receive new detail in our Google Sheets, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So for the meeting title, I'm going to map the meeting title that I have received in my Google Sheets response. Okay, so this is the meeting title, so I'm going to map it over here. Here for the meeting objective, I'm going to map the meeting objective that we have received. Here I'm going to map the list of attendees. Here I'm going to map the key topics to cover. Scrolling a little down, and lastly here I'm going to map the meeting duration. So this is the meeting duration. Okay, so with this we have successfully completed the prompt, and with this we have successfully selected the AI model and entered the prompt over here. So now here after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received some details and the message content generated. So you can see the entire meeting agenda that OpenAI has generated using the details we provided in the prompt. Okay, so with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. So once we have generated the meeting agenda using OpenAI, then automatically I want to add the content generated by OpenAI into a document first. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action application as Google Docs. So Google Docs is an online word processor that lets you create, edit and share documents from any device with internet connection, from any device with internet access. So in my Google Docs action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a blank document, because firstly I want to create a blank document for that meeting agenda. And now here to connect my Google Docs with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Docs account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to give a name to my document. So again here I'm going to map the data, that means the meeting title, from the Google Sheets response. So this is the meeting title, and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a blank document in our Google Docs with this particular name. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. Now here after creating a blank document, I want to add the content generated by OpenAI in this particular blank document. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here. And again, here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Google Docs. And this time, I'm going to select my action event as append a paragraph to a document. So that after creating a blank document, automatically using this action event, it is going to add the content generated by OpenAI to that particular blank document. Okay, so now again here to connect my Google Docs with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this connect, and this time to build this connection, I'm going to click on the select existing connection, because here I've already connected my Google Docs with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step. Okay, so here I've selected my existing connection, and then I'm going to click on the save given over here, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the document and insert the text. So now here, instead of selecting the document from this drop down menu, I'm going to map the document ID over here. So now here to map the document ID, I'm going to turn on this map button, and then I'm going to remove this previously existing document ID, and then I'm going to refresh the fields. And now here I'm going to map the document ID from the response that I've received in my previous Google Docs action step, so that the content generated should be stored in that particular document only. So I'm going to select the document ID from here. So I'm going to search for the document ID. So this is the document ID, so I'm going to select it over here, and now here after selecting the document ID, it is asking me to map the inserted text. That means here I need to enter the text that I want to add in this particular document. So I'm going to map the content generated by OpenAI over here, and now here after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here, and here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully generated a document for the meeting agenda content created by OpenAI. So now let's go and check our Google Docs first. So I've already logged in my Google Docs account, and here you can see we have successfully created a document with the same meeting title, and here you can see we have successfully added the detail over here in this Google Docs. Okay, so with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. Okay, so now after generating the document, I want to make this document shareable to anyone with the link, and also I want a PDF link for this particular document. That means I want to convert this document into a PDF format, and then I want to store that PDF in my Google Drive under a specific folder. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Google Drive. So Google Drive is a cloud storage service where you can store your files and access them from any device. So in my Google Drive action step, I'm going to select my action event as share a file with anyone, so that the file that we have generated in my Google Docs, we are going to make it shareable to anyone with a link. Okay, so now here to connect my Google Drive with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this connect. Again, here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Drive account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on the sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And then I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the file ID. So again, instead of selecting the file ID from this drop down, I'm going to map this file ID over here from the previous action step response. So here I've turned on this map button, and then I'm going to remove this previously existing file ID, and then I'm going to refresh the fields, and then I'm going to map the file ID from the previous Google Docs action step. So this is the document ID, so I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the web view link of the document. Here you can see the HTML link, PDF link, and some other links as well. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now here, after making it a shareable file, then automatically I want to add that file as a PDF in my Google Drive under a specific folder. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here. And again, I'm going to select my action application as Google Drive. And this time in this action step, I'm going to select my action event as upload a file, so that I can upload that file as a PDF in my Google Drive folder. And now I'm going to build this connection. And now here to build this connection, I'm going to click on the select existing connection, because I've already connected my Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step. Okay, so here I've selected my existing connection, and then I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here is asking me for the public file URL. So for the URL, I'm going to map the PDF URL that I've received in my previous previous Google Drive action step of that document. So this is the PDF URL. So I'm going to map that over here, and then here is asking me for the folder ID. So I need to enter the folder ID under which I want to save this file, or you can say upload this file. So now here to get the folder ID, I'm going to follow the instructions given over here. Let me take you to my Google Drive account, and here you can see the folder under which I want to save this file, which I've created with the name meetings agenda. So in the path URL, you can see the folder ID. So this is the folder ID. So I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the folder ID. Now here after entering the folder ID, it is asking me to give a name to my file. So again, for the file name, I'm going to map the title of my meeting because I want to save that file with that meeting title only. So here I'm going to map the meeting title, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully saved the PDF file of that document in our Google Drive under our specific folder. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully received a new PDF over here with the same name. So let me open it for you. And here you can see the entire PDF with the meeting agenda. Okay, so with this, we have successfully set up our entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Google Sheets and an action as OpenAI Google Docs and Google Drive twice, so that whenever we are going to add new meeting details in our Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI is going to generate the meeting agenda for the same using the prompt that we have provided, and after that automatically it is going to create a document for the content generated, and after creating a document, automatically it is going to make that file shareable to anyone with the link through Google Drive, and after making the file shareable and generating a PDF link for the same, it is going to upload that particular PDF file in my Google Drive under a specific folder. Okay, so these were the steps to how to use AI agents to automate meeting preparation. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now, if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.